Well, we got a couple kitty cats eating some chow here, and I decided to put the heater in this bed, and I don't want to put it on the bed, the floor of the bed, because they're used to laying on that, towel. But I figure it's still going to radiate heat onto them, so that'll help. I just got to plug it in at night, and here comes Feather or Onyx, probably Onyx. It's going to be easier to tell them apart. He's Onyx. Yeah. It's going to be easy to tell them apart once he gets bigger than her. He's overtaking her. He's only 6.5 months old. Dixie's the only one that kind of looks like a kitten still. But Paws looks like a full-size cat. He grew up fast. Dixie's a little smaller, but he's growing too, so. Anyway. By the way, I'm wearing a power zapper. I'll probably put a video on this. Let's see if we get down here. Yeah. Right? It's you, huh? Wearing a power zapper 6-pack. With the paddles on my concealed carry belt, which is like a wide elastic Velcro belt. Works perfect. And actually you could put this, the zapper itself, you could put this in the belt itself. It's got a pocket. Right now I'm just putting it in my t-shirt pocket, son's Confederate t-shirt pocket. So works pretty good, man. Works pretty freaking good. Right there, fellas. Two brothers, and the other brother walked off there, and Mom is inside eating some food. But I figured I'd set up this heater different, because I can't coax them into this little meow meow house. I put treats in there. And I'm thinking, can't you figure it out that it's warm in there with the heater? So I might get another heater though, because if Boots comes by, this will be his house and that'll be theirs. Actually, all 3 kittens fit in that freaking, 4 of them fit in there. They like crawling up together. They're okay. It was about in the upper 30s last night. So, not extremely cold. Good thing there was no wind. Oh, this freaking camera's picking up the light. Funny here. There it is. Not extremely cold. But it's gonna get. That's pretty damn cold for this just early in Florida. There's what's his face out there. Camera's picking him up. There he is. See him? Through the trees there, through the bush. So anyway, go check my email for they start trucking out that freaking flagpole from North Carolina. To me, I wonder if that means it'll be down here today. If they left 7 o'clock this morning, I don't know, was it 10 hours? Depends on where they're coming from in North Carolina. It could be down here by 5 o'clock this afternoon. I don't know. I better hang around. I was going to go to the range, but I said, well, I better hang around. I don't want to miss that flagpole delivery. See, someone always comes up, interrupts you. And yesterday I did dye my, what do you call it, red clothing dye, the Confederate shirt, and with gray, and it's almost like a little more like a blue gray than a gray, but it still looks good. It looks better than the off-white color. I can always kind of redo it with more gray or something, but it looks pretty good. Actually, the Confederates did wear, it's not really light blue, it's more like a gray that has a little bit of a tint of blue in it. I don't know why that came out like that, but that's how it came out. But I dyed it for about 60 minutes in hot water. Then I washed it with a very small amount of detergent and put it in the dryer. It does look okay though. It does look okay. I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with it, but kind of surprised. I mean, it's not really wrong that the shirt is slightly, it's gray, but it's like a slight bluish gray. It's not really wrong that it's that way, because the Confederates used, they take dark blue and they freaking bleach it out so it looks sort of gray, that's what they would do. So it has, a lot of their stuff had a slight blue tint to it, but it's really gray. Not like to my way I thought it was going to come out, but that was another project that took me a couple hours of messing around with, So everything eats up time, man. I don't film all I'm doing, man. There's like a freaking 1,000,001 damn things I'm doing, man. Yeah. And I'm using the, there he goes. Where are you going? I'm using the regular copper paddles that are provided by Power Zapper. And on the waistband. And they work fine, man. I found that even when they get tarnished, if you wrap them up with a lot of, a couple paper towels wrapped around there a few times, if they're really wet, the tarnish doesn't really affect the electrical conductivity because the moisture is going through the tarnish, you know. So you really don't have to clean these too much. They don't get tarnished that much. Usually the one that's on the positive offset side of this paddle is the one that gets tarnished the most. Actually, that's the one that messes up the wire. But I like the one with the paddle because it's got like a push-on connector. And yesterday, I had to fix that. I had to, all I had to do was cut I took a little Dremel tool and cut a little notch in there, and I made a new tab to push the connector onto. I mean, this is after a gazillion hours of use. Once in a while, you just bend those tabs after a while, but they're easily fixed. That one, you know, that's a hell of a lot of use. Right now, I figure the more I use that, especially around the waist where the microbes are, the less chance you're going to ever get sick. And I feel pretty good. I mean, when I wake up, I don't feel super awake till, 30 minutes after I have coffee, but otherwise, I feel like I have really great energy. So, there's the old flag on that thing. Yeah, they'll be having a Bonnie Blue here pretty soon. As a matter of fact, as soon as that pole comes in, I'm going to put the Bonnie Blue up there, maybe. Well, that pole came in here today. It's going up tonight. I'll be working on it till I don't give a crap how long it takes me to do it. And for the future, I was looking at these Kittens, and I didn't want to get a half-size 6-pounder. I figured I want to get something full-size, but man, they're freaking big. But what they got called the Bullpup Mountain Howitzer. Barrel's half the length. It's still a 12-pounder. Might put it right over here in a lean-to. And, I could have maybe like right there, because I can have the wire coming from there to there for the light. And I've also put the camera in it from using that stick up there. So, a lot of glare from the sun, right? What are you doing there, boo-boo? You running around. And the reason I know this would work for, not much wind right now. The reason I would know that would work to keep the rot away and stuff, because, man, you don't want to keep white oak carriage out there in the weather. 5 years later, your over $3,000 carriage, even for the small carriage, it's going to be freaking rotted. You see this piece of pallet right here? I have this over my cracker-rigged Chinese-made welder I fixed the wire feed on with a separate power source. Here's the carport right here. Here's the water, comes right down here. Some of the water splashes on here. This has been under here for 5 years. It's unpainted, and it's just pallet wood, and it didn't even rot out. So, if you got something in a lean-to with a little, 1 foot overhang, and like a 1 foot coming down this way in the front, so the water doesn't come in this way too much, and it's well protected. Like, in other words, the roof line would be, you can have it a few feet over the height of the I guess you can have it 6 feet high, and the wheels on this thing are only 38 inches because it's a mountain howitzer. You just use a half power charge, and it fires half the distance, but it still uses the 12-pounders and the 6-pounders and the canister and all that bullshit. If you had a lean-to, I could just make it out of like that 6-foot fence in the back and have it come down a little bit. Then in the front, I can have it come even like a piece like maybe 2 feet long, whereby it's only about, I don't know, a little over 3 feet high, where you can look into it, which would mean, the rain couldn't really come in this way unless the wind was blowing 100% solid, horizontal from that particular direction. So And plus, if if it's painted, if you're using good paint to repaint it, it'll never rot out. I mean, this fence has been out here freaking 15 years now. That's painted and doesn't never rot it because I use real good paint on it. So I want to have it displayed, and I want it chained down. I want a camera and a microphone on it too. So it's me in a way there. You're doing licking your tail. So that's a project for later on in 2019 sometime. But it'll get done. It'll get done. But for now, I'm probably going to pick up another one of those heaters, though, if I get, just to keep in that house there. This way, Boots comes by and it's really cold. Because if it's getting down in the 30s already in December in Florida, I don't know what, we didn't even start winter. This is for Florida. That's cold. That's cold for Florida. So they got something right here right now. And it'll probably be going up to the White Springs flagpole here pretty soon. I'm not sure. That's on I-10. We're going to get some filming of it. I'm going to meet Daryl up there. He's like commander of a whole, I don't know what it is. I don't know what. It's not just a camp. It's a whole area in the North Florida. And I might take this down there. Depends on if it's rainy and cold. Or take the bike, but I want to test that bike out some more and make sure this freaking stupid thing better not break on me when I'm making a 100-mile trip. Better not give me no problems. So that might be one thing I'll do today. That flag guy isn't coming down. I'll take the scooter out. Good old scooter. I'll take this sucker out. That's what I'll do. I'll take this out. I always got to do something like I've been. I used this pail yesterday. That came in handy for dyeing that stuff. I'll show you what it looks like. Well, we see how it just looks a little lighter in the camera as usual, but it does. It's the fluorescent for a little fluorescent light on it. This is like a gray cap. And like I said, it does look gray, but it's just like a slight tint of blue in it. But it does look better than, before it was like that color. I didn't really like that. So now it's the Confederates were anything they get their hands on. It was dirty as crap, They're taking stuff off of dead soldiers. But, I wanted this to look pretty proper. And the blue on this is infantry. Now it looks like I probably should be wearing red because I'm going to be already here next year. But, yeah, it looked alright. Like I said, this took me a couple hours of messing around with doing this junk. Plus I had to figure out what the hell. I just use red, standard gray, pearl gray dye. And like I said, in a fluorescent light, it looks a little more blue than whatever. I'm going to take this outside and take a look at it. Now, this is out in the sun. This looks like a light gray. I guess I could have dyed it again. I still got half that bottle, but looks like a light gray. Because this is a gray of the keepy. But this is good. It's a lot better. And you notice the buttons look gray anyway. Might do it one more time, but I got half a bottle of that crap left over. But it doesn't look bad. It looks a hell of a lot better. I don't like it white, like an off-white. Right there, Snooks. Gotta do this shit right, huh? Yeah. The SCV, man. Since, actually, 1896. Actually, since 1861. Our DNA is still fighting the freaking bullcrap that's going on. And you better not be scratching my freaking shirt up, you little yo-yo. I gotta train you to be a Confederate ammo carrier, huh? Right, buddy? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's Onyx. He's the one that's always on top of me, freaking follow me every freaking place. He's like a doggy. He's a little puppy. He's on me all the time, man. There you go, Feather. Outside. You eat your food inside. There you go. Yum yum. Your food's up there, boo-boo. Yeah, and I was running my kerosene heater yesterday. You could see, well, it's it's half full almost. God, isn't that amazing? And this has been running, over 12 hours, but I had it on real low. So if you set it on real low, this thing lasts a long time, man. Actually, my house, I used one electric heater in a bedroom, I set on low, and I had the window cracked in the bedroom too. And I had this in the kitchen on a tile floor, and the heat, it never got colder than 70 degrees, and it was down to, I think, 36 yesterday. So 1913 technology, patented June 17, 1913. So I got loads of diesel fuel. There's my Cooter's pocket knife. Love this thing, man. Probably a little premium on the price for Cooter's, having Cooter 01 on it, but well liked, and I put a few notches in it, man. Let's carry this thing with me. Also, my Frank Beltrami switchblade. Cute, huh? Yeah. Old school tech from at least 100 years ago, and we got some tech going back over 150 years, so it's gonna go that way, trust me. Guess YouTube's only gonna last so long. I think all electronics are gonna go bye-bye, man. Tell you the truth, man, we're going old school all the way. Probably horses and buggies for all I know.